Okay, Hades Mega here. So I'm just taking a look at what I got to work with here. So the steering column here is a lot smaller than the Eclipse. The Eclipse is probably like double the length. So I kind of have to figure out what I have to do here. I could alternatively put it right here, but then it'll block the fuel gauge a bit. Yeah, it will. It'll block the low fuel light. Yeah, that could work though. But then I'll have this wire. This wire here will be blocking all the lights on the bottom. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I could put it on top. Or there'll be a wire sticking out of the top. So now I can understand why the other one had that. Had like a brain box. So I think I'm just gonna put it in the same place on top of the steering column. The problem is I have to make sure it clears the steering wheel, but I think it will. Okay, well, I should go get this. And that's what I got to work with. It's actually not bad. So it can hang over the hub a little bit. It'll be kind of weird. Yeah, it's kind of close to the hub and it's kind of hard to get to. Actually, I just stick my hand through the steering wheel. Oh yeah, I guess we can do this. This number. It's not as nice as the Eclipse, I'll tell you that. Alternatively, I don't know. You could put it up here. You can hide it up there. The main reason is I want it to be in the, a lot of people like to hide their turbo timers, you know, like in here or like the ashtray or something, but I want it to be easily readable, so, and it's got to be in the front here. Yeah, the problem is this big honking wire here. I'm beginning to think that the newer HKS turbo timer would have been better, but the cool thing is I got the black one. And the black one is the US spec one, so it has the miles per hour and everything. I used to have one that was in kilometers and everything, and it was like the speedometer was useless basically. Oh, and yeah, I think that there's like the 0 to 60. They're in like metric, so it's like 0 to 100 or 0 to 1,000 or something. So or 1 to 1,000, whatever. This actually has timer functions. It can get your quarter mile time, your 0 to 60 time, your 1,000 meter time. You know, I don't know how accurate it is, but I've used it a couple times on my old Eclipse. But you know, yeah. So there you have it. So I think we're gonna go with this right here, and then we'll just fish the wire back there. That looks pretty good. You can see all the gauges still. Yeah, so I think that's the best. It may cover the low fuel light if I move the wheel up. I think no matter what, we're gonna have to move the wheel down too to clear the stupid thick harness wire. But all right, so the first thing we should do. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna put it up here. That's where I want it. The first thing we're gonna do is take this column off, the cover, so we can access the ignition. I don't think I'm not gonna get done with it today. We're just gonna start. So let's take the steering wheel off. It's a good thing we can take the steering wheel off. It makes it a lot easier to work with. The steering wheel is off. So it looks like there's some tabs here you gotta take off. Let's move this completely down, and I think there's a bunch of screws underneath here. So I think I tried to take this off before and I couldn't do it, so we're gonna have to figure it out this time. I think there's just not enough room to get to all the screws or something. We may have to take this bottom part out too, but we'll see. Alright, so first I should get my screwdriver. Okay, so I think we need to push these tabs in, and it'll allow us to pull this up, but maybe we need to unscrew the bottom screws first. So what are we working with here? Oh, it's pretty long. It's like I kind of have to do it blind, you know. I just tapped it and the screws came out. I don't know which one is, oh great, I don't know which one is the long one and the short one now. I think the short one goes near the ignition, I think. It's so much safe. There's one more down here. Still in there, I think. They just don't want to come out, do they? Okay, I got 3 screws out, and I unhooked this column thing. Okay, that wasn't too hard. I don't know why I was having so much trouble before. So the whole thing should just come out. Oops. This freaking stalks are huge on this thing, man. Alright, so that's the top part. You can see my handiwork there. I grinded that so it would accommodate the energy steering wheel a little better. Let's put that over there, and I still kind of don't have, I still can't see where we're working with. It must be underneath. So we gotta try to get this out somehow. I'll figure it out. I think this is what I didn't do before, is I couldn't get the bottom part out. Okay, so I think what I'm having to, I think see where that little, it's hard to see, but there's like a kind of like an indentation right here where I got my finger sticking in there. There's another screw there, I think, and I can't get to it. So I'm thinking, yeah, there's another screw there. It holds the back part of it. There might be another one back. Oh, there's another one back there too. Son of a. Thanks a lot, Mitsubishi. So it's hiding behind this vent here. So I'm gonna have to like drop this somehow, enough for me to get a screwdriver in there. So that's what I'm working at right now. So right now I got this little box down here so I can access these screws here. I'm gonna take these out. Okay, I got it out. It's moving a lot more now. Let's see what else we got here. There's another screw right here. Man, this is like a lot of work. Damn it. More work than I'm working. It always seems to be the case when working on this car. Okay, there's another one. And there should be another one right around here. It's right here. Alright, let me do 2 hands. I don't want this thing to snap off. Haha! Success! So I've gotten this whole thing out. I don't know why it has a pink lettering there. I think this might be a junkyard. This is probably not the stock one. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, the whole thing just came out. It's pretty cool. Hope I remember where all the screws go. Alright, well, I'd imagine this is probably, they probably had this apart at some point. I'll just put that on top of the car for now. And let me just leave this out for now. And everything stays in there pretty nicely. Oh, this the hood latch isn't in there very strong. This is cracked too, I don't know why. Supposedly, if you can figure out which one of the wires on this relay for the door locks is, you could actually what's the word? You can install a power remote keyless entry. So you can do this. I bet you we can hear something. Yeah, I heard a click here. Yeah, something around. One of these wires is the one that you need to tap to get to the thing. See, this is zip tied here. I don't like that. That doesn't. It just zip tied this duct into here. Yeah, so I'd imagine. I know for sure that this car had the whole dash apart at some point simply because they took the AC out of this car. The evaporator inside the car, or whatever it's called, is not in here anymore. They took it out. So yeah, that's one thing I'm kind of pissed at. Okay, so we should be able to get to these screws now. I hope I remember where all these screws go. That's why I'm making these videos, right? Like I said, I've never done this before, so I don't know if I'm doing it. I don't know where all the screws are. The second gen Eclipse interior is a little easier to work with. Oh, that's a different kind of screw. That's kind of weird. Nope, that really is holding it on. Okay. there should be one more sauce in there. Oh, there's one right here. Sneaky little screws, huh? That's why it's not good to just go tugging at stuff, you know. It doesn't want to come out easily, then better be careful. These are interesting. These are different than all the ones. Alright, oh, there you go. Easily comes out. Boom! Bottom of the column was off. And this is what we're working with. So what I want to look for is, I think I'm just going to stop working right now soon, but what we want to find is, I think it's this right here. I'm not sure. It's the one that goes to the ignition switch. Alright, well hopefully what we're looking for is something with like 6 pins. I'm hoping that this is the right harness for this car. If it's not, then I don't know where the hell that freaking where this came from, because it came with the car, so I'm assuming it used to be installed on this. There should be some fairly thick wires coming out of it too. Okay, that doesn't look like it. I may have to take the whole ignition out, I'm not sure. Okay, so I might just stop there for today. That looks pretty good. Another thing we need to get to is the ECU. You can probably do that today too, but kind of strapped for time today. Let's go see if we can find the ECU. I've never seen the ECU on one of these. It's not where all the other cars are. The second gen Eclipse, the second gen non-turbo Eclipse has it in the engine bay. The second gen turbo Eclipse has it in the center console. Center console. Oh, jeez. This car's too low. It's gonna scrape. Alright, so what we're working with right here is, there should be ECU hanging out here somewhere. It's not a good place to work. Okay, so looks like this kick panel has to come out of the way. Go ahead and do that. Screw right here. This is just a game. One thing I hate with working with is interior pieces. And eventually I'm going to have to get to the ECU anyways, because I have a chip to install. I get to put the new injectors in. Okay. Is that it? Okay. Goes out. Carpet here. Peel back. I don't see the ECU yet. Okay, well, I'll look around a little. I think I'm gonna stop today, but the ECU is like hella tucked up in there. Let's see. It's really hard to see, but it's in there. It's like right here. Yeah, right there. It's kind of hard to see. Those are the connectors right there. It's connected to the ECU. There's like a couple of them. So that's where it is. It's really hard to get to. What a pain in the ass. I probably don't have to take it out, but I do need to undo the connectors for it. So I will save that for another time. And another thing we need to find is the parking brake wire. We're gonna have to fuck. I really don't want to do this. What a pain in the ass. Is there a way to take this box out? Alright, well I'll have to do some research on how to remove all this stuff. Second gen Eclipse is easier to work with. Okay. Yeah, we have to go find the wire for the parking brake. It's back here. I think we have to take the console out. Sucks, dude. Maybe I can find a way to bypass it so it will run even with the parking brake off. I honestly don't give a shit. Yeah, so we'll figure it out. But I'm out of time today, so I'm just gonna tidy up the car a little bit and then and then we'll stop here. Right. Okay, before I go today, I think I found the right wire. It's this one right here. It's a 6-pin. It's big and fat. I disconnected it. Basically, how you install it is you got to plug this in here. Boom. And plug this in right here. Somehow. Boom. Alright, it's in there. And then this just goes to the turbo timer. So it's pretty much 50% installed already. So you definitely have to, I don't know, on the second gen Eclipse, it's actually on the ignition thing itself, but this one isn't. So there you go. And there's plenty of place for it to hang around there, so that's good. There's all these wires in there, but it's not too crowded in there. And we'll just tuck that in there. And then we just plug that into the turbo timer, and that's like 3 wires you've already done. And if you can figure out which one of these is the hot and stuff, you can use this to drive your accessories, and that's what I may do. I don't know. It wasn't that hard to get all this stuff out. Now that I know how to do it, I guess it's, you know, it's not so bad. I didn't know where all the wires were, the connectors were before. So what I'm gonna do, so I don't forget where these stuffs go. I know the ones in the back have these funky screws here that go straight to the metal. It's pretty clean under there. It's pretty awesome. I can tell a lot of goofy stuff. A lot of work has gone into this car from previous days, you know. Okay, and then the rest of the one thing just gonna go here. That's one of them. There's another one right here. So that's a way to not forget where all these screws go. Is to just put them back where you found them. It's easy as that, and then the rest of them are up there, I guess. So I don't know which one is the small one, which one's the big one though. I did buy a power what's the word? It's a keyless entry thing for this. And it has a little remote control. I may try to figure it out. If I could find the wire for it, you know. I think all you have to do is tap into a wire under the harness here somewhere. So we'll see if we can figure it out. I know on the Galant VR4 forum they had something like that. Alright, so that's it for today. So what I did is we did the introduction today, what's going on, and then I took the steering column apart, and then we unearthed the ECU a little bit, and I figured out where we're going to place the turbo timer, and just now we installed the we installed the harness for the turbo timer. So the turbo timer is pretty squared away, and all I had to do is clean up for today, and that's it. We'll continue this another day. All right, here's my go.